Morning students. Today we are going to see about the third part of our second lesson, the nervous system. In this lesson already we had seen about what is the nervous system is and how the brain, the spinal cord works and the parts of the brain, the nerves, the types of the nerves and about reflex action. Now in this part we are going to see about the sense organs. There are 5 sense organs in our body. They are the eyes, ears, nose, tongue and the skin. These sense organs perform different activities. Okay. So let us see what are the activities performed by these sense organs and what are the parts of it. So these sense organs helps us to connect to our surroundings. So these sense organs will perform different work and it is helping us to connect us to our surroundings. Let us see what it is. The first one is the skin. The skin is the largest organ of our body. It covers the entire body and protects the internal organs we feel through our skin. There are the nerve endings present on our skin that are very sensitive to heat, cold and pain. The nerves located below the skin gather information and send it to the brain. Let us see in brief. The skin is the largest organ of our body. On the whole body, the skin is the single largest organ. It extends from the head to our toe. It is the largest organ of our body and it covers the entire body. See, our whole body is covered with the skin and it protects the internal organs. What do you mean by internal organs? Internal organs is nothing but the organs present inside our body like the lungs, heart, liver, kidney, all those things are called as the internal organs and we feel through our skin. So we can feel through our skins like the climatic conditions, very hot and cold. These are the feelings which we feel through our skin. There are the nerve endings present on our skin that are very sensitive to heat, cold and pain. So there will be nerves. Already I said that the nerves will extend in the whole body. So there are the nerve endings present in our skin that are very sensitive to heat, cold and pain. The nerves located below the skin gather information and send it to the brain. So there will be some nerves which was located below the skin. Okay, below the skin there will be nerves and it gather the information and send it to the brain. Okay, what are the information they will gather? So they will gather whether the touching object, whether it was too hot or cold or pain. So it will gather that information and send it to the brain through which nerves? Through sensory nerves. So these sensory nerves will send the message from the sense organs to the brain. Okay. So this signal was sent to the brain now. Within a fraction of second, the brain will reply to the sense organs, that is the skin. It will send again the reply to the skin that it is too hot or too cold or very painful. All those things the brain will reply to the skin. Okay. So are you clear about it? Okay, let us see how to take care of our skin. All the organs, not only the sense organs, all the organs we should want to take care of them. Okay, then only that organ will work properly. Okay, for example, if we take care of our kidney, means we should want to take more water. We should want to drink more water, at least 6 liters of water per day to make our kidney to work healthy. And for the growth of hair, many people will take many remedy for the hair growth and we should want to keep our body clean. Okay, then only our body will be healthy. So we should how now we will see how to take care of our skin. What are the ways to keeping care of our skin? Always keep your skin clean. Use soap and water to remove the dirt in your body. So we should want to take care of our skin by keeping it clean. We should want to take a regular bath using this soap and water to remove the dirt and the germs present in our body. Use the dry and clean towel to wipe your body. So clean towel should be used to wiping after taking bath. If you get any infection or injury, treat immediately with antiseptic lotion. If you get any injury or any itching or infection means you should want to treat it with an antiseptic lotion. So it prevents the infection to spread. Okay, so that antiseptic lotion is a general lotion which prevents the infection to spread all over the body. Then you can go and meet a doctor. Okay, the next sense organ is the tongue. Okay, the tongue has many taste buds present in its surface. These taste buds have nerve endings which send signal to brain. The brain tells the taste of food. The tongue tastes different tastes such as the sour, salt, sweet and bitter. Okay, so what is the work of the tongue? So it will taste the food. Okay, whether it was sweet or sour or salt or bitter, all those things the tongue will taste it. Okay, so there will be many taste buds present in the tongue. So these taste buds will help to taste the food. Okay, so you keep your hand in your tongue and you just observe the surface of the tongue, whether it was smooth or a little rough. It looks a little rough. Okay, so that is called as the taste buds which is present in the surface of the tongue. So these taste buds will have the nerve endings. Already I said the sensory nerves will present in the sense organs which helps to transfer the signal from the sense organs to the brain. So these taste buds have the nerve endings which send the signal to the brain. So the sensory nerves will send the signal to the brain and the brain tells the taste of the food. So with the help of the tongue we can taste different taste of food. So we should want to take care of the tongue also to feel different taste. So use a tongue cleaner to clean your tongue. After brushing we should want to use your tongue cleaner regularly. Okay. Be careful of taking hot drinks that may burn your tongue and spoil your taste buds. While we are taking any hot drinks means it will hurt your tongue. So we should be careful of taking all those type of drinks. The next sense organ is the nose. Yes, with the nose only we can smell. We can smell different type of smell. We can smell and breathe through the nose. The two process was taking. One is the smelling and breathing. Okay. Inside the nose is the nasal cavity present, contains many hairs in it. These hairs filters the dust particles and germs entering our nose. It produces the nerve signals that is passed through the brain and the brain tells us what kind of smell it is. Okay. First we smell and breathe through our nose. Inside the nose there is a cavity present which was known as the nasal cavity. And that nasal cavity is having many tiny small hairs present inside it. So what is the function of the tiny hairs? So it will prevent the dust particles or germs to enter our nose. These tiny hairs will filter the dust particles. Okay, it won't allow any dust particles or germs to enter our nose. And there is also a nerve. It will produce a nerve signal that is passed through the brain, and the brain tells what kind of smell it is. Already I said the sensory nerves will present in the sensory organs and it will send the signal to the brain. Okay, and the brain will react according to the signal. The next is the care of nose. These are the few points that we should want to follow to take care of our nose. Use our handkerchief to remove any blockage in the nose. If you have any blockage means we should not use our hand. We should want to use a clean handkerchief or a tissue to remove any blockage in nose. And use tissue or clean kerchief for blowing your nose. For blowing we should want to use any tissue. Okay, any tissue or handkerchief. And if your nose is blocked due to cold means we should want to inhale steam to clear it. We should not use any hard particles, any sharp pointed things inside our nose to remove the blockage. We should not do all those unwanted things. So you should want to use the handkerchief, clean handkerchief or tissue to remove the blockage present in the nose. And we can inhale hot steam. Okay, due to cold means we should want to inhale steam to clear it. So these are the taking care of the nose. And the next is the ears. Okay, See, the first three sense organs are different. They are very easy. We can easily remember it. And the ears, it is having many parts in it. We should want to clear about it. Okay. The ears help us to hear. Yes, we can hear music or any sound or anything using our ear only. Okay, so there are three important parts present in our ear. Okay, there are three parts present in it: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Okay, the parts of the ear. The part which was able to see and touch is called the outer ear, and it is called as pinna. Okay, so when we keep our fingers in our ears, we can able to touch and see using our eyes. That part is called as the outer ear, and that is called as pinna. The sound enters the outer ear and then passes into the middle ear. First the sound enters through the outer ear only, and then it slowly moves to the middle ear. The eardrum is present in the middle ear. So in the middle ear there is one organ called as eardrum is present. That eardrum will starts vibrating when the sound waves pass through it. So what is happening? The eardrum will vibrate when the sound waves passes through it. Okay, the eardrum is connected to three tiny bones. The vibrations will pass along these bones. So the eardrum is having small bones, three bones present in it, and these vibration will pass along these bones. Okay, the vibrations then enter into the cochlea of the inner ear. The inner ear, there is an organ called as cochlea or cochlea. Okay, so it is present and the vibration will enter into the next part called as the inner ear. Okay, the vibrations that enter into the next part of the inner ear, and auditory nerve in the inner ear receives the vibration from the cochlea and sends them to the brain. So the vibrations will be received and sends them to the brain. See, now look at the picture. This part is called as the outer ear. See, it was given here, outer ear. So till this part is called as the outer ear. So we can hear and we can see this part to our eyes. It is visible only. Okay, we can see others' ears through this part. And this is called as the eardrum. So what is the work of the eardrum? The eardrum will start vibrating when the sound waves pass through it. The sound waves will pass through this cavity and it will reaches the eardrum, and this eardrum will start vibrating. Okay, it will start shaking. And this part is called as the middle ear. This part is called as the middle ear, and this part is called as the inner ear. This part is called as the inner ear. So the sound vibrations, it will goes like a vibration only. It will passes through the outer ear and then to the middle ear, and it will reaches the eardrum and it will starts vibrating. It is having three tiny bones. So these vibrations will passes through these bones and then it will reach the cochlea. Okay, this is called as the inner ear. Okay, so the vibration will reaches here. The auditory nerves in the inner ear. So there will be the nerves present. This yellow color part is called as the nerve, and it will receive the vibration and send them to the brain. Okay, and after this the vibration will be sent to the brain. The brain will be present here. It will send to the brain. So these sound waves will pass through this direction only, from the outer ear to the eardrum to the middle ear to the cochlea, the inner ear, and then to the auditory nerve. So this vibration will pass like this only. Have you all clear about it? There are only few things: the outer ear, middle ear, inner ear, eardrum, cochlea, and the auditory nerve. Okay. Okay, let us see the care of ears. Dry your ears after bathing. After taking bath, we should want to dry our ears. How we will dry our ears? By using any buds or any dry cloth. Okay, we should want to dry our ears after taking bath. Never use any sharp pointed objects in ears. We should not use any sharp pointed objects such as hairpin or pencil into your ears. This may damage your eardrum. So eardrum inside our ears, there will be the organs present. Yes, it is very small because our ear itself, it is a small organ. Inside the ears means the organs present inside, it will be very small. So when you insert any pointed object such as the hairpin, some people they will use the hairpin to clean their ears. It is very harmful. Okay, or pencil, it will also very harm to our ears. It will damage your eardrum. Okay, so never use sharp objects in the ears. Loud volumes cause harm to the ears. Okay, so when we keep the volume of the radio or television on anything as loud means it will cause harm to your ears. Some people they will be using their headphone for a long time. Okay, for continuously for 4 to 5 hours, like that they will use. After using that, when they remove their headphones for few minutes, they can't able to hear anything. Okay, because it is due to the continuous vibration was receiving directly to the eardrum. Okay, directly to the eardrum, so the eardrum will get damaged. So we should not keep the volume of the objects like TV, radio or anything too high. Okay, or you should not use any headphones too long. Okay, water should not enter the ears. So we should want to protect the ears by preventing it from the water entry. See a doctor if you have any earache. If you have any pain in the ears means we should want to go to the doctor and treat immediately. Okay, so these are the care of ears. Yes, the next is the eyes. The last sense organs is the eyes. Okay, our eyes help us to see the beautiful world around us. So the things around us are we seen through the help of an eye. So it helps to see the beautiful world. So there are many parts in the eye. Let us see the parts one by one in brief. Okay, each eye consists of an eyeball present in the hollow socket of the skull. Yes, in the first lesson itself, I show you the structure of the skull and there will be a hollow socket present in it for the eye. Okay, there are two eyes for us. We are having two eye or one eye? We are having two eyes. Okay, so each eye will be having an eyeball present in it, and that eyeball is present in the skull, hollow socket of the skull. Okay, so that eyeball consists of a fluid which protects the eye from shocks and jerk. Okay, that eyeball, inside the eyeball there will be a type of fluid, okay, which is protecting us from the shocks and jerks. Okay, the eyelids and the eyelashes protects the eyeball from the dust, intense light and unwanted things. Okay, eyelashes and eyelids is nothing but the skin which was covering the eye. Okay, the skin which was covering the eye is called as eyelids, and eyelashes is nothing but the hair present in that eyelid. Okay, so this protects the eyeball from the dust. When it was any dust was coming means we'll just close our eyes using the eyelids and the eyelashes. And intense light is nothing but too much of light is entering our eyes means it protects us by closing our eyes. And unwanted things, if any things is feeling coming near to our eyes means we will just close our eyes. So these two will protect the eyeball from the harmful. Okay, the circular transparent area covering the front eye is called as cornea. That part, the cornea, there will be a part which is called as cornea. It is circular and transparent area covering the front of the eye. Now let me explain with the diagram, with the colorful diagram, when only you can able to understand. Okay, so this part is called as cornea. So this is the light and transparent area, circular transparent area covering the front of the eye, and it is called as cornea. So this area is called as cornea. Okay, the colored part is called the iris. So this colored part, this blue colored part is called as iris. The iris gives the color it distinct color. It has an opening in the center called the pupil. So this iris will give the distinct color to the eye, and it is having a, see here, it is having a opening in between called as pupil. So it is having an opening called as pupil. The light enters through the pupil only. So when we see anything means that image is falling in the pupil only. Okay, it is passing through the pupil. The iris controls the amount of light that can enter through the pupil. So what is the work of the iris? The function of the iris is to control the amount of light. If any huge light is coming, large amount of light is coming means these iris will make the pupil to get contracted. So this part will become, will come together, so we can close our eyes. And if the light it was very low means it will become large, it will open. So the amount of light, the light enters through the pupil, and the iris controls the amount of light that enters through the pupil. Okay, behind the pupil there is a light sensitive layer called as retina is present. Okay, so this layer is called as retina. See, it is marked here. Behind the pupil, this layer is called as retina is present here. The image of an object is formed on the retina. So the image is formed in the retina only. The optic nerve connects the eye to the brain. The messages from the retina is passed through this optic nerve only. So this is called as optic nerve. So the image formed here. So the image formed here will be passed through the optic nerve to the brain, directly to the brain. So the important parts of the eyes are the eyeball, eyelid, eyelashes, cornea, iris, pupil, retina and optic nerve. So these are the very important parts of the eyes. Okay, there are many parts of the eyes, that is called as sclera and sclemen, aqueous humor, that is anterior chamber, posterior chamber, choroid, macula, optic nerve, fovea. These are the other important parts. So out of these which I listed, listed, it was the very important part. Okay, see here, this transparent area, this circular transparent area is called as cornea. This is called as cornea, and this blue color part, this part is called as the iris. Okay, and this part is called as pupil. So this iris will control the amount of light passes through the eyes. Okay, and the pupil, the light enters through the pupil only. So the iris will control the amount of light, and the pupil will send the light inside it. Okay, and this part is called as the lens. And the retina, and the image is formed in the retina only. This part is called as the retina. This part is called as the retina, and the image formed in the retina is passed through the brain, through the optic nerve. Through the optic nerve only the image is passed through the brain. Okay, the same thing I was given here in point. Okay, which is easily helps you to keep in mind. So the eyes helps us to see the beautiful world around us. Each eye consists of the eyeball present in hollow socket of the skull. So the eye is present in the hollow socket of the skull. The eyeball consists of the fluid which protects the eye from the shocks and jerk. So that fluid will help the eyeball to protect it from the shock and jerk. The eyelids and the eyelashes protects the eyeball from the dust, intense light and the unwanted things. So the eyelash and the eyelashes protect us from getting injured. The circular transparent area covering the front eye is called as cornea. Already I said what is a cornea. So it is a transparent covering area present in the front of the eye. Okay. The iris, the next part is called as the iris. It covers, it gives the distinct color. Okay. So the iris have an opening in the center which is called as pupil, and the light enters the eye through the pupil. So the pupil only allows the light to enter, and the work of the iris to control. Okay, it controls the amount of light that can enter through the pupil. So it will controls the light that enters through the pupil. And the retina, which is present behind the pupil, which is a light sensitive layer. It is very sensitive layer, and the object is formed in the retina only. Image of an object is formed in the retina. Okay. The optic nerve will connect the eye to the brain. So the optic nerve sends the image from the eye to the brain. The messages from the retina is passed through the brain through the optic nerve. Through the optic nerve, the image from the retina is passed through the brain. Okay, have you all clear about it? So this is the diagram of the human eye. So these are the important parts, that is the pupil, iris, retina. So these are the things which was given in the book. Okay, so only I explained these things alone. The optic nerve. Look at the picture clearly for 1 minute. Now everyone clear about the picture? Okay. Now we came to the end of the session. Is the last one is the care of eyes. How to take care of our eyes. Use clean water to wash your eyes. While you are taking any face wash or while bathing, we should want to take clean water to wash your eyes. Maintain the correct posture and correct light while studying. Okay. So we should want to sit straight. Okay. Sit straight and keep the book or note in the table and maintain a correct posture. It is because when you keep your book in your lap means we should want to bend and see. Okay, so the eyes won't have a correct view. So we should want to maintain a correct posture and correct light while studying. The light should be very correct. If you study in very dim light means you won't study, it will damage your eyes. Okay, do not watch the television while lying down. And we should not watch your television because we will lie down and see, and the television was kept in the table. And you just imagine and see how the eyes will view the television. The eyes will become very much stained, so it will also damage the eyes. Never rub your eyes with dirty hands, it may cause infections. While when you rub your hands using any dirty hands means the germs present in your hands will goes to the eyes and it will cause infection. So we should not use any dirty hands to clean our eyes. Do not watch television too long. Continuously if you watch the television, what will happen? It will just damage your eyes. So we should not watch television too long. If you have any problem, we should want to contact the doctor immediately. Okay. We don't know what the problem it was. Some people they will do some treatment in the home itself. We should not do all those things. So we should want to contact the doctor immediately. We should want to go and meet the doctor immediately and make to solve the problem. Okay. The next, see here, it is an activity. Some words are given here. Okay, some questions. This is called as the question, and the answer is given in the word bank. You should want to choose the correct answer from the word bank, and you should want to write near the question. See the question number 1, inner ear. Inner ear. Question number 2, eye. Eye means you can relate the words present here to the eye. What is the word present here to the eye? The next one is the outer ear. Third one, outer ear. Fourth one, tongue. Tongue. Fifth one, middle ear. Middle ear. I repeat the question again. The first question is inner ear. Inner ear. The second one, eye. The third one, outer ear. Outer ear. The fourth one, tongue. Tongue. The fifth one is middle ear. So this is not the answer. Okay, the answer it was shuffled and give. You should want to find the correct answer. The word bank, see here. The first one, A, cornea. B, eardrum. C, taste buds. D, cochlea. E, pinna. Okay, now let us see the answer. Okay, the inner ear, what it was present in the inner ear? The eardrum is present. Sorry, in the inner ear, in the middle ear only the eardrum is present. In the inner ear it was present cochlea. Cochlea. So the D is the correct answer. See the answer D. It was the correct answer, cochlea. The second one, eye. Eye is related to which word here? Given here. Cornea. Yes. Cornea. Outer ear. Outer ear is called as pinna. Yes. Pinna. 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 Fourth one, tongue. Tongue is related to taste buds. Taste buds. So we are having many taste buds present in the tongue. The fifth one, middle ear. In the middle ear, what it was present? Eardrum. Eardrum is present in the middle ear. C. Cochlea, cornea, pinna, taste buds, and the eardrum. So these are the answers. See, the next one is the worksheet. Okay, this is the first worksheet. Label the parts of eye. You try to make a Xerox of the slide and mark the parts of eyes. Okay, already I had given the diagram before itself. If you want, you just refer the diagram and make a draw. Try to make a parts. What is this part? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In this order only you should want to mark. Or you try to take a Xerox of it. You mark the answers here itself. Or if you can't able to take a Xerox, you just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In this order only you should want to write the answers alone. 1. What is this part called as? Cornea. So you just write 1 and write as cornea. 2. Write the answer 3. Write the answer 4. Write the answer 5. Write the answer 6. Write the answer. If you can able to make a Xerox of it, you can take a Xerox kindly and mark the parts in it. Okay. The next is the fill in the blanks. Very easy. The dash and the dash protect the eyeball. Only for the fill in the blanks I had given you only the question. You should want to find the answer. Okay. The dash and dash protect the eyeball. You note down the questions everyone. The first question is the dash and dash protect the eyeball. The second question, the dash nerve connect the eye to the brain. The dash nerve, which nerve connects the eye to the brain? Yes, write the answer alone. The dash send the vibrations in ear to brain. The dash nerve send the vibrations in ear to brain. Fourth question, inside the nose the dash cavity is present. Inside the nose the dash cavity is present. Dash is the largest organ of our body. Fifth question, dash is the largest organ of our body. Sixth question, The outer ear is called as dash. The outer ear we can see through our eyes and we can touch. That is called as dash. The outer ear is called as dash. The dash is present in the middle ear. Seventh question is the dash is present in the middle ear. Eighth question, cochlea is present in dash ear. Cochlea is present in dash ear. Ninth question, the dash gives distinct color in the eye. The dash gives distinct color in the eye. And the 10th question, there are dash sense organs in our body. There are dash sense organs in our body. I repeat all the questions once again. The first question is the dash and dash protect the eyeball. Write the question along with the answer. You try to make a screenshot of it and write the question along with the answer. The dash and dash protect the eyeball. The dash nerve connect the eye to the brain. The dash nerve connect the eye to the brain. The dash nerve send the vibrations in ear to brain. The dash nerve send the vibrations in ear to brain. Fourth one, inside the nose, the dash cavity is present. Inside the nose, the dash cavity is present. Fifth question, the dash is the largest organ in the body. The dash is the largest organ in the body. Sixth question, the outer ear is called as dash. The outer ear is called as dash. Seventh question, the dash is present in the middle ear. The dash is present in the middle ear. Eighth question, cochlea is present in dash ear. Cochlea is present in dash ear. Ninth question, the dash gives distinct color in the eye. The dash gives distinct color in the eye. There are dash sense organs in our body. There are dash sense organs in our body. The second worksheet, you just write the question and try to answer. These are very easy questions only. The first question is, what would happen if sensory nerves stop working? What would happen if sensory nerves stop working? Explain with an example. You just imagine and tell when the sensory nerves stop working, what will happen with an example. Okay. The second question is, list the sense organs and the way you take care of it. List out the sense organs, the 5 sense organs present in the body and how you will take care of it. Only 2 points in each sense organ is enough. Minimum 2 points is enough. Maximum you can write how many points you know. List the sense organs and the ways you take care of it. This is the second worksheet. You just try to draw a column or tabulation, and in one column you write the sense organs name, and in the second column you just write the points in each. Okay. It is fine. The first question, once again I repeat the question. What would happen if sensory nerves stop working? Explain with an example. sensory nerves. For example, this means the sensory nerves present in the hand, in the skin is. So when the sense in the skin, the nerve stop works, means what will happen? We can't able to feel anything. So like that we should want to write. Okay. In each organ, you should want to write what will happen in each sense organs. And the second question is, list the sense organs and the way you take care of it. 2 points is enough for each sense organ. List the sense organs and the ways you take care of it. Only 2 points is enough for each sense organs. If you know more, you can write. Write by your own. Okay. Okay. Thank you, students.